I'm curious, the past 5 matches, the starts haven't been great. I was curious if you were trying anything different in routines or training or anything ahead of this match, which, is going to determine.
Yeah. To be honest, we always try something a little bit different, and whether it's messaging or whether it's down to what we do in training. In times like this, when you're in a dense fixture period, you can't do a ton of training stuff. So, yeah, we changed up the way we started training today and went straight into the normal warm-up and stuff like that we would do in a normal training session. Maybe something a little bit different, did the small-sided games a little different. So we always try to change something to keep them on their toes a little bit, even in presentations, whether you change the graphics of it, you change colors, or something to get them a little bit more alert. And then come the game, that's when the lights turn on, we need them to show up a little bit different than they have.
Have you spoken just to individual players to try to pick their brains as to why do you think we're not getting off to better starts?
Yeah, I mean, I always try to have individual conversations with different players, staff. We're always trying to find solutions. I guess if we had that solution, we would have fixed it, right? There's no magic pill to it. I think we have to keep showing up and doing our jobs to the best of our ability.
Is there a prevailing theory as to why when you're talking to these people?
No, there's not.
Which is also difficult.
Yeah.
How hard has it been to motivate the players when you see that you're fighting for the playoff and the results are not coming?
That's an interesting question, because I think part of the job of the coach is to motivate them. They should tick how we tick as a staff. And I think we lead by example. We show up every single day to do our job to the best of our ability. If that's not infectious, I'm not sure what is. You watch guys come around this building, no one's sulking, no one's got their head down. Are they upset? Are they sad? Yeah, for sure. But people get on with their jobs and they're ready to go and be a professional. I read a lot a long time ago about Greg Popovich, and he talked about motivation, and he said, "Do I have to motivate a plumber to do their job?" or something like that with a quote, and it always rings with me, because I do think the coach should play that part, but also at the end of the day, that has to come from inside. There has to be something inside you that goes all right, I'll get up and I'm going to do the best I can to be the best player, be the best coaching staff, be the best whatever, physio, whatever it might be. You wake up every morning to do the best that you can. And if you need me to motivate you, you might have some problems. But I'll be here. As long as I'm here, I will be here, and I will try my best to motivate them as best I can. So, no, it's not been hard. Now, getting the result, that is difficult. I can't guarantee that. But motivating them and trying to be an example for them, not hard at all.
This may be kind of an overly simplistic question to ask, but what does it take to get a team out of this kind of rut? When you're trying to change messaging, you're trying to change things up, but what ultimately does it take for the guys on the field?
Man, I don't know. I mean, sometimes the ball has to bounce your way, right? But it's about, I guess I'm being repetitive, is you keep showing up. You're a big believer in that you create your own luck. So if you keep working hard, your luck will turn. It hasn't turned. You guys have asked me this over a long time of how do you get the expected goals to go more in your favor, or whatever the data might say in terms of the positivity that is happening. There's nothing. There's no one solve, because then we would have done it. We would have continued on doing it. So that's why we've tried different methods. But sometimes you just need a shakeup. Sometimes maybe it's a roster decision. Maybe it's a lineup decision. Could be a certain tactic. So we're trying different things. Whether luck changes or not, I can't control that completely. But it's about continuing to show up and do the job to the best of your ability.
We talk a lot about the benefits of playing a team in a short period of time, a second time. What are the challenges when you're going to see Red Bulls again after just seeing them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different environment. We play at home versus play away. I always think that we should be showing up at home games. That has not been the story, so I don't use that or not use it on the other side. So at this moment, it's about doing your best to get 3 points. I think the benefit is we've seen the players that they've seen it up close recently. They've gone over what worked, what didn't work. I talked about the shape in the first half. That was on me. I changed that. That won't happen again. So no one can expect that part. Forsberg's back, so there's a different player that potentially can play. But yeah, there's challenges like any team. But at the same time, things are a little bit more fresh. But I think also players' memories go quickly, which is in a good way at times. That hey, yeah, you played them a week ago, but then they're a reminder of okay, who are we playing again? All right, yeah, this is what we're going after, and show them some reminders of us doing things against them.
Jean Day's out, right?
Correct.
Okay. What's going on with Quenton? Because he's showing up as concussion protocol, but we see him
Yeah,
training.
yeah.
Is it a contact thing?
No, well, yeah, I can't speak on like the medical part exactly how he's going through it, but yes, he's still in concussion protocol. He's not made clearances. He's some days good, some days not great. So he's continuous on this path, seeing specialists and just trying to make sure we do the right thing by him, that he's healthy.
And Brooks is out because of yellow card accumulation.
Correct.
You just talked about no formation change. So I assume it's just going to be a plug and play with Ronald. I don't know who else can play right fullback.
Yeah, that we've got two options there. I mean, you got Matt Edwards, you got Ronald. Yeah, plug and play. I get what you're saying, but and also like the shape. I'm not saying that there's no formation change, but there's not. We're not going to go to back five at this moment. Like it's not the game for that. That didn't work in the first half. Is kind of more what I was getting at.
Right.
Yeah, there's two options for us there at that position.
And the other results that y'all need to go your way, that they don't really matter to you right now. It's just because y'all have to win, right?
Correct.
I mean, nobody's going to be scoreboard watching or anything.
Yeah, you asked me that question before,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Like we have to control what we can control, and that's about our effort and our attitude on the field.
When we have these conversations about like intensity and things like that, or lacking, is part of that? Is it fair to say that part of that's down to like a player is just not taking initiative on the field in certain moments where they could, like fire up a teammate, or in a situation they could go ahead and try to combine with a teammate or something, and just not taking those opportunities? Because I just when I think about this, I can't imagine it's that they actually don't physically want to go out and like put themselves about, but maybe it is. But
yeah, I mean that's an interesting way to look at it. I think that I would never think that they mentally don't have something in them that's saying, oh, I'm going to protect myself, or physically I don't want to go in that battle. I think that it's a tough moment for them. I don't ever question that there is a lack of trying. I would just think that there's another gear to them that they can get to, and that's us as well. Like we're trying to pull something out of it that we can't get to right now, and it's a moment that like we're continually trying to show up and try different ways of whether it's a tactic, whether it's personnel. It's a moment where there's struggle, but I don't think it's a lack of wanting to do it. Right.
Right.
And that's the tough part. When you're in a tough moment, you need something to go your way and to spark that a little bit.
Is there a confidence issue that happens when you're just not getting results? You're not seeing the rewards on the scoreboard, even though the XG numbers and stuff would suggest that the team's been on the far end of the unlucky spectrum. But when you're not getting what you feel like you deserve from your performance individually or collectively, that can kind of create negative momentum, I guess, for the mentality.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. Like sometimes the momentum can shift and it can go in a negative way, and that just continues to snowball. And so you need something to stop it, something to spark it. You talked about that before. You need something to kind of just mix it up a little bit, and that can go on the other ways. When you're winning or losing, that can continue to roll. And when you look at talk about starting games, and then all of a sudden, does that get in their heads about how we're starting games? But I've told them for a long time, you have nothing to lose, nothing to fear here. Just go after it. And then maybe when the first goal goes in, it's like, oh my gosh, we've just worked this hard, and all of a sudden it happened again. And so they see that repeated behavior. I mean, even in the first half of the Montreal game, when you watch it back, there's nothing really in the game to warrant it being a 1-0 game, and then you got to fight back. And that takes energy, that takes mental energy, that takes physical energy to crawl yourself back into it. Now, credit to them that they haven't given up and they keep doing it. But I'd hope that they can get on the other side of it, and that will give them some confidence to go the other direction with it. Good. Okay.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Rob.
Great questions. That was fun.
Thank you.